Pastor John is an amazing Christian who has been a man of faith. He lived his life believing that God could speak to men, and he was manifesting it. Every single time Pastor John was going around preaching to others. One day he decided to engage in a fast. As a Christian, belief that it is something that helps the spirit align with God. That very season there was a lady in another neighborhood who was sick and not getting well. Her name was Mary, but Pastor John didn't know of her medical condition, and with the fact he is not even his church member, he was totally clueless. All he wanted to do was fast to get closer to God. As days went on, Mary's health condition became even worse. It was a 3 days fasting for Pastor John, and that fateful evening he intended on ending his long fast. But when he was ready to end it after a long prayer, walking into the kitchen to get himself some food, he heard a still small voice in his spirit saying, "Why not fast one more day?" He thought it must be him talking as he persisted on making the food, as this still small voice came again saying, "Why not fast until tomorrow?" It was at that moment Pastor John realized that it was the voice of his good friend, the Holy Spirit. But he wondered why. But he decided to obey as he continued. The next day he was happy about one thing, which is that fact. He was able to listen and not yield to the temptation of eating. It was a bright and beautiful Wednesday morning. He prayed and did his study. As he remained in his prayer place, soon his mother, Mrs. Nellie, was in the kitchen preparing this mind-blowing delicacy of all time, actually his favorite food. While in his prayer room he could perceive this mind-blowing delicacy. The aroma saturated his room as he beamed with a warm smile. His face brightened up as he tried rounding up his prayers, because it was time to end his fast and be on his way to church. He did so, and had his bath, got ready, and went into the kitchen to dish his food. As he was about dishing his food, he heard this same still small voice again asking, "Why not eat after the service?" He recognized this voice immediately, so he obeyed and did end his fasting. As he got ready to go to church, as he got to the entrance of his house, a member of his church called, telling him he won't be coming to church for the Wednesday service. Reason is that his neighbor, Mary, who was sick, has now passed on to glory. He was shocked as he sympathized with him, but asked a question that changed everything. He asked, "How old is she?" and he replied she was 25 years. At that moment